What's going on? Y'all see this guy over my shoulder? Romello Leach. He's a child molester. This is a pastor. I don't understand how many times I gotta tell y'all stop trusting these pastors. A lot of these pastors are using the church just to sleep with women and to rob you of your money. Look at Creflo Dollar. My man has a $92 million private jet. And the church folks, can you believe this, are still giving them their money. Still trusting these preachers. Still trusting these pastors. Now here's a 22-year-old man sleeping with a 14-year-old girl and gets her pregnant. Bananas, right? And the sad part is that so many people let their guard down because this man claims he's a man of God. He's church going. Stop that. Stop that. Stop trusting these pastors, man. They the crookedest ones, man. I'm going to bring y'all this story, man, out of Colorado. And this guy was the pastor over a few churches, man. And so they're looking for other victims. The 14-year-old girl, she tried to hide her pregnancy from her parents. And then they noticed how big she was getting and takes her to some type of clinic or something. This is the story right here. Colorado pastor arrested for allegedly impregnated a 14-year-old girl. He was arrested for impregnated a 14-year-old girl. Romello, 22, out of Colorado. Pastor of the several. He faces multiple felony counts of sexual assault on a child. The unidentified girl, of course, because she's only 14. They can't reveal her, her name. Said they had sex twice before November 16th, which was last year. The teenager gave birth as she was 15 on September 15th, as she was 15 years old. The girl repeatedly did not inform anyone she was pregnant until they noticed her belly larger. The teenager's mother took her to a pregnancy center where they notified an employee that Leach was the father. Romello Leach, the pastor. Then they informed the sheriffs. Leach told his ex-wife he knows he had made the worst mistake of his life. I can't believe this guy had a wife and is an ex-wife. Okay, in a different recorded phone call, he admitted to the unidentified person of having sexual relations with the girl at least 4 times. And being the baby's father. Leach admitted the behavior was wrong and said that he was the worst lust of his times. And that's another thing too, man. Stop thinking that your pastor is above being human. Church folks are human. Pastors are human. They lust. Especially the Catholic preach. I don't understand. The Catholic preach is the worst. They got these men trying to be virgins and they're molesting little boys. And the worst part about it is parents are giving their children to these Catholic priests. Oh, go on a retreat, go on an outing with him. It's okay. That's the worst. Let me tell you something. When you try to go without sex and you're trying to be holy and holier than now, you're human. Stop it. You're human. You're an animal just like everybody else. And let's go back to Creflo Dollar about this money situation. Now in the black community has no jobs. The black community has no money. These black pastors, even the Arabs, Indians, Asians come into the black community, they take all the money out and they go back to their community. And the black dollar stays in the black community not even 7 hours. You know why? These pastors is one of the reasons why. You get your hard-earned dollar on Friday. You go to the gas station, give it to the Indians. You go to the corner store, give it to the Arabs. You go to the Chinese food store, give it to the Chinese food store. Who none of them pay taxes in the community. They take your dollar, go back to their community. Also, then you turn around and go to church Sunday. You give the pastor 10% of your money, and he doesn't live in the black community because he's making millions. He drives a Benz or Bentley, and he also lives in the white community in a big mansion. Who takes your money, who was also in your church just trying to sleep with all the women, and he using the name of God. In my opinion, child molesters should get the death penalty. You ruin a child's life. So now here it is. We got another child who's going to grow up without a father because this chump is going to be in jail for a very long time. He's going to be on the sex offenders list. He's never going to be able to preach again, even though he's going to try. He's going to try to get out of jail. He's going to try to preach again. He's going to try to use the name of God. God sent me. I'm a messenger of God. And the church teaches upon false prophets that get in this church and use God's name to profit and to use, and the pastors sleep with all them women, man. All them women, all them single women that go to church half naked. Yes, the pastor's trying to sleep with all of them, or is sleeping with all of them. And the worst part about it, most of these pastors are married, cheating on their wives. How many stories? I could bring you 1,000 stories. There was another story where a pastor was sleeping with another man's wife and got caught in dude's crib. So this is the reality we face, people. Never. In fact, I think the church folks are worse than anybody. That's the people you definitely don't want to trust around your child, with your child alone. You can't leave your child alone. In fact, with nobody. It's 2017. There's cameras. Cameras should be everywhere. Daycares, churches. And in fact, a pastor shouldn't want to be left alone with children. Make sure one of the sisters are there to govern everything. That's how a lot of churches do it. They use it as, make sure sisters are there to teach in the Bible study and all these other events. And never ever send them on a retreat anywhere with these church folks. Or some church folks. I ain't saying all church folks are this cat. But it's a damn shame. And he's going to learn in jail. Another child ruined, man, because he deserves the death penalty because now this child is going to grow up promiscuous. She's going to have a hard time raising a child on her own. She's 14 years old, for God's sakes. Unfortunate tragedy, man, but black community, we going to learn. Oh, yeah, we going to learn. Anyway, I'm Donald Washington. This is my life in the Shy. Peace. I'm out.